Yo, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Get 7780, and I'm going to use this right now. Yo, sorry for all that sound test stuff, man. I don't know. I heard some like ghosts, some crap going on. I don't know what was going on, man. There was something in the background, and I was like, heard this like deep humming thing. I don't know what that was going on. And then had that background Phil Ness music going on that I couldn't figure out how to stop it. But anyway, guys, what's up? It's just 7780 again with what grinds my gears. Check out my previous streams. I did one on with the Planet Xbox crew, old crew, and the Press Start podcast guys. We were over there with Erica and friends, and also shout out to Kev on PC Master Race heading over there. We did some of that. Yeah, it's my buzzsaw. Yeah, so I meant to do this a little earlier. There's been some crazy stuff over the weekend, and just really sad for all the those mass shootings. I just want to just a moment of silence, a second. Yeah, it's been really really sad seeing all that, and prayers to all the families and everyone affected by that, because that is just horrible. And now, as we see, the big thing going on today was with the gun violence, and speaking about how video games have impacted that. And before I get into my whole, what I wanted to really speak about, but I do want to touch on this whole video game violence and its impact in society. This has been going on for a long time. Like, it always rears its ugly head with with horrible events. And with this, I remember I was on, back in like 8th grade. I was on, you can probably tell how old I am then, but back in 8th grade I was on a debate team, and it was about this video game violence and violence in the media in general and its influence. And at the time it was all about Mortal Kombat, and how Mortal Kombat, that violence transcends into youth, and them being violent. And Mortal Kombat at the time, or with ripping off heads, freezing people, like that was violent. And I remember back in with Super Nintendo and Genesis, like fighting back and forth with that, with like Nintendo not putting the blood in the game, and Genesis having the blood code, and the fact that it was coming to consoles, like, and that was a big thing about the influence. But there's violence in every medium. Then back, I think I was hearing some other people speak about the gang wars back with the rap battles, and there's violence in everything. Music, word violence. There's movies, games. It's just, I don't understand how it comes to games, and games still get associated with children when everybody pretty much plays games now. And I do feel like I don't want to totally, my opinion is I don't want to totally dismiss that seeing violent content doesn't trigger some things in certain individuals, but I think it goes deeper than that, and it's more of a mental issue and how that gets taken care of that way, more than so the medium itself. And and there's a lot of political stuff going on, and I'm not going to get political on all this stuff, but every single time these things happen, there's an agenda. And and there's plenty of cases that show that video game violence doesn't transcend into violence. I remember with Doom and the Columbine massacre, the Columbine issues, and they played Doom and the Matrix with the trench coats. It's it's been there, and I just hope that we try to figure it out. But bashing on condoning video games and saying video games is the cause. Let's get the cause before it happens. It's not the video games. It's not that. And I do think and I saw that Dr. Phil skit going on with that with that thing, and how the kid yells at his mom and he's playing video games. He's like, "Get me this, get me that." My child would be grounded in a corner crying, because I will rip out every single controller that he ever had his hands on if he spoke to anybody like that. So, like, if that is a parenting thing, and as a parent, you need to monitor what your kids do, and you need to let them know the perspective of what they're doing. That it is a game, that it is fake. It's not real. But, you know, a kid that sits in his room and doesn't come out to eat and all this other stuff, like, that sounds like other issues. That's not the game's fault. He could be watching TV. He could be on a computer. He could be just staring at a wall. Like, you know, even reading books. Like, but he's speaking to people like that. Get me this, wench. He's like, wench, get me a drink. I'm like, what the hell? What the child speaks to his parents like that? You know? Get beat up, man. You don't talk like that. But, you know, and doing that stuff. But I do think it comes down to parenting, and it comes down to understanding that everything, just like everything else, like everything could be an addiction if it's not managed and it's not given. It has to be increments. There has to be control. And anyway, that's my little soapbox thing. You know, it's sad. And, you know, I hope this don't turn into a whole political battle, but it's always the gun violence and all this other stuff. And, you know, they just need to figure it out and, you know, address the root cause of it, and and video games is not where they need to focus on. If this is going to turn to attacks on gaming and violent video games and all that other stuff, like, you know, back to the ESRB rating board and all that other stuff, like, there's other factors involved, and they need to address those factors. It's not simple kind of like, oh, violence in video games. Yeah, that's it. Mm-mm. That grinds my gears, because that's wrong. I've been playing games since I was 5 years old. And there's no kind of, you know, the only thing you could think of is possibly for certain people, it may desensitize them in certain ways, but it doesn't influence, it doesn't tell people to do something. That is all built in from somewhere else. And it's not from the game. The game's not sending that message. But they need to solve the root cause. Yeah, I know. Sense of gaming, I know. Yeah, that's what it is. Gaming's going to get hit on there. But, yeah, computers and internet, like, it's been around. Like, it was before the whole, like, Garuda, yeah, like, it's been around. It's violent books. Like, you read about books, man. You read some horror books, and you read, like, some murder mystery books. Like, it's in the books, too. It's in every medium. It's fiction. You know? And people controlling a stick doesn't mean that they're more influenced to go use a gun, because they're using a stick and buttons on a screen rather than watching it on a television, or in a movie screen. So yeah, there's deep underlying factors, and that's where they need to target that stuff. Deep underlying factors, and it's not the mediums. The mediums are there because there's violence and everything. And it's interesting is that the violence was still there even when video games were not like pixelated, animated violence. It was like, what is this? And now, even though it's more realistic, doesn't mean that it's more effective in the sense. But whenever these things, it's like, oh, kids doing bad things, it's video games, and it's like, you know, they're gonna try to make a case for it. There's debates going on. It's a you know, election time, next year's election, presidential thing. Everybody's gonna jump on this stuff, and you know, hopefully they do something with it. But it is just kind of pathetic, just seeing the blame put on video games. Like Trump just came out today and was like, "It's video games." I'm like, oh goodness. I'm just like,
Don't do that.
Yeah, Arnold, the governor, just said that.
Don't do that.
You want to talk about that? He was the governor of California, and he was snapping heads and ripping people's heads off.
Who is your daddy?
You know, Arnold. My boy Arnold. So, you know, all his violent movies. All my great movies. You know them.
I've got news for you. You are mine now. You belong to me. Put that cookie down now.
You know who I am?
I've seen you before. You're the asshole on TV.
Hey. But anyway, now we're going to get into the stuff. We're going to get into the... What are we going to get into?
Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go, 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 go. Go ninja, go. Go ninja, go ninja, go.
Yes. The Ninja. And Microsoft's big deal. That crossed the world. Microsoft bought Ninja to stream exclusively on Mixer. In my previous video, I went into a little bit about it. Listen here, guys. Yes, Callie, yes. Shout out to the Green Brothers, the Ninja Turtles. Oh, that's from the Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles movie. The best movie. Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut promoted that movie, too. I remember that big deal with Pizza Hut. So anyway, back to the Go Ninjas. So they did this deal, right? So Ninja now has to stream exclusively on Mixer. Rumors going around that he got paid, a bunch of millions, 6 years, and we don't know, but he got paid money, and good money, to come off of Twitch, to stream exclusively on Mixer. So, what's going on here? I'm going to be very clear to all those people claiming fear-mongering, negativity, all that
Bullshit.
Bullshit! You said so? It's all bullshit. All of it.
So, all that kind of narrative going around like, oh man, why can't we be nice to big corporate Microsoft? Stop bullying them around. The $1 trillion company has feelings. Let me be clear. I like this move. This is Microsoft balls dropping and making a move to get exclusive. Ooh. You know, that anti-consumer word, exclusivity.
The only problem I've got is that I'm doing your job.
You know, that negative word, exclusivity. Bah, humbug. No. They are spending money to get exclusive content to Mixer. This is a good move. This is the move that Microsoft should be making. This is the move they need to be making. I like this move. This is what they need to do with the video games. And words were all twisted and twisted all around when people are like, well, they're spending their money on Mixer. Why not buying on games? Everybody was like, well, Mixer is different than games. You know, Mixer is different. Garuda says, I'll keep it 100%. Ninja is a Twitch money and sub leech. If you stream on Twitch, I would go to Ninja channel, congratulate him, so I can be cool with him and get some of his Twitch fans to come my way. Yeah. I know it's funny. Twitch actually put on their website, like, the ninja you're looking for is in another castle. What's up, Blue? How you doing, man? And shout out Sam Ash, Callie, Wanda, Penguin. I forgot to shout you guys out. I was on my, talking about that stuff. Logical Nonsense, Garuda, DT Roof, Game Over HD, and Socrates, Eyes of War. He was here early. So, yeah, I'll get into my aspect, Callie, of basically, you know, this Ninja deal. But I'm just going to explain, like, I like the move. And when I said that, and a lot of people are saying, well, they could spend it on Mixer, but not on games. The thing is that what this proved, I understand there are two different monetization acts. This Mixer versus gaming studios. And everybody's like, oh, they bought studios, right? The thing is if you look at the move that they made, they proved that exclusives matter. And that's where I wanted to point the focus in, is that basically, Phil Spencer and company, or Mike Ybarra, didn't come out, and Mike Ybarra runs the Mixer over there, didn't come out and go, well, if we could get the big guys over on Twitch to play our games. Remember the hype of Sea of Thieves in January? Because that other dude, I don't even know his name now, came and went. Unified, I don't know what the hell his name is, was streaming Sea of Thieves. And, they put Sea of Thieves on sale. They're like, look, Sea of Thieves is trending. And that guy was playing Sea of Thieves. He wasn't on Mixer, he was on Twitch. Everybody was looking at Twitch trending. Sea of Thieves is trending on Twitch because United, I don't...
All right, everyone, chill. Allow me to break the ice.
I don't know his name. But he was streaming Sea of Thieves. Oh, Sea of Thieves is popular now on Twitch. Everybody was looking at where Sea of Thieves was ranked in January, February. Oh, Sea of Thieves is ranked now. A guy's streaming it. Yes, and they're giving away free subs. That's right, Wanda Penguin. Engagement numbers. Oh, that's what it's all about. But he was doing that. Now we come to the point where, wouldn't it be better if he kept his people on Twitch, and he plays Microsoft games? But he doesn't. He plays Fortnite. But, like, the more places that he could interact with, the exclusive content, why does he have to take all his subscribers from Twitch and have them hopefully migrate over to Mixer? You know what I mean? The importance of exclusive content rears right here. This is where it is. Exclusive content matters. And Them by Mixer proves all the bullshit about, our games everywhere, exclusives. No, it's all bullshit. The guy even interviewed Phil Spencer. You know, that guy that interviewed him that we analyzed that last time? He was comparing Game of Thrones. Like, hey, I have to subscribe to HBO for Game of Thrones, dude. And Phil Spencer's answer was, well, Game of Thrones is over now. Minecraft has been there 10 years.
I do not want to touch his ass. I want to make him talk. Okay?
No, stupid answer. He can, and then Minecraft's gonna run on the next thing. Like, he don't really care about exclusives regarding the games, but when you look at the amount of money and what they did, they paid him a lot of money to bring him exclusively to Mixer. Yes, he is a PC dude. He's not playing, and I heard that he might not play Microsoft games, and people are like, oh, he's gonna play Halo Infinite. He plays Fortnite, okay? That's what he plays. And he is bringing attention to Mixer. And I alluded this to basically, the LA, the LA Lakers signing LeBron James. Like, yeah, you bring over that star that kind of thought maybe people come over, or maybe you win a championship, or maybe you do something with it. But I like the move. The move shows that this whole narrative of people talking negative about exclusive content and Microsoft wants to be everywhere and this stuff shows that no, Microsoft's willing to pay for exclusives when it matters to what they're focused on. That's the thing grinds right here. And grinded and the grindhouse, no. The focus, that's where it is. The focus, if it benefits Microsoft's core business, such as engagement, as Wound Up Penguin said, or services, they're willing to spend the money there to get that exclusive content. Why would they buy all these studios to have them make games for other platforms? Right? Why are these studios, now called Xbox Studios, making games for PlayStation, making games for Switch, making games for mobile, making games for PC, making games for everybody else and an Xbox? They're not making a game for Xbox exclusively, unless they surprise us at E3. Microsoft spent a lot of money on those studios, not to make content for your Xbox, but to make content for Xbox and everyone else. That's the problem. That's the problem. If Nintendo bought a studio, if Sony bought a studio, you know that they're making games for their gaming platform. When Microsoft bought the studio, you got the Coalition, a first-party company, first-party studio, making Gears Tactics. Gears Tactics is a PC exclusive and will be, because Rod Ferguson said this game needs to be made for the PC players from the ground up. They had to come out yesterday during whatever hell conference they're at, where Frank O'Connor for Halo had to say Xbox won't be second class, talking about the old Xbox machines. Scarlet won't be a second class. Meanwhile, they've been saying how PC's first class citizens. So the hype for these studios to say that they're investing in the console. My whole point about this channel and what I do is to show that Microsoft is no longer caring. They say it themselves. I don't know why we have to belabor it so much. They don't care about the console. And if you still care about the console, then you need to speak up and not sign up for what Microsoft is doing. All right? That's the thing. What's up, Meds? How you doing? The thing is that they are not focused on the console. They've said this, and we need to move on. Because there are people out there that still think that Microsoft's going to fight back. That's why they cheer these things like these signings, and Mixer was downloaded on iTunes. That does not win games on your console. That's a good win from Microsoft. It's a good deal. I like it. I'm glad that they signed it. Yes, it's a free download, but the fact is that Ninja going to Mixer gave notoriety and and made the Twitch audience move over to Mixer to watch him. And just this weekend at Lollapalooza,
Place looks like a fucking crack house.
he had those viewers, you know? Those viewers migrated over. They downloaded the Mixer app. That's why Mixer was number one. And I'll show you, like, you know, he did what he had to do, right? He did it. I'm going to bring it up. So this was just from, I think this was yesterday's. So this is a screenshot from yesterday. So here you go. Let's see. Let's go. I'm not going to be able to see the chat here.
Hello, cutie pie.
So let's see right here. This was yesterday. Ninja's streaming from Lollapalooza. Here's his viewership. 27,637. And where's that hardcore Mixer streamer that's been working? Look at the Mixer t-shirt lady. She has 267. Look at the difference. 27,000. The next one's 874. So all the people that he had on Twitch just downloaded the Mixer app and watched him over on Mixer. I don't know if they clicked on this person. I don't know if they clicked over here. They went from Twitch to here to watch him. Now, that influx of people might make it discoverable. And shout out to Smooth because he did make a point, you know, this does may bring an influx to Mixer, and I do think it does. It makes Mixer a 10. The fact is that it would have been nice if it naturally happened, like how Twitch kind of like, you know, just has a bunch of these people, like Dr. Disrespect. I don't watch a lot of streamers because I play my games. I don't like watching people. But like, if I'm interested in a game, maybe want to buy it, but I don't sit here and just stare and watch this stuff. But Twitch has like a bunch of people that hit high numbers. Unfortunately, you know, his views here like are more representative, add up everybody else, and they could not even come close to what he is all of Mixer. So hopefully, you know, people come in here, this guy gets up and this guy gets up, and everybody kind of increases their viewership because they're there clicking for Ninja. So Ninja brings them into here, and then they're going to go click around and look around. That's what Microsoft is hoping by signing Ninja. I think they need more than Ninja. Also, I do think they need somebody that plays more variety of games. because I do think Fortnite has still effectiveness, but I think Fortnite is not with the hotness that it was last summer. It's still there. People are still playing it, but it's not the hype. I think it's kind of, they just added mechs to it. Like, I think they're kind of hitting their, I don't know. We'll see. I don't play it that much, so again, I'm really probably not one to talk about the longevity of it, but I can just see from the hype of Fortnite. I know a lot of kids play it, so it's one of those things. It'll probably fall into like the Minecraft realm. But just look at the dichotomy, though. Like, just look at the difference of this. Now, hopefully, he brings in that more of that traffic to Mixer. So I want to jump back into the chat thing. Yeah, and this maybe is a wake up call for Twitch. Twitch is a cesspool, though. I do have to get twisted. A Garuda, yeah. Like, yeah, really. Like, Twitch is just, like, it is just nasty stuff going on Twitch. But the thing is they get the traffic. They get the viewership. They get the people to come in there. Like, it's the traffic, man. It's unfortunate. It's the traffic. But, what they get in there. And, Mixer is clean. And, the meds, Merc, 305, Smooth, Erica, I think, was going to start doing it, but but some of the people have been doing, Mixer streams, and the Mix is clean. It's clean looking, it does higher quality output. Like, it's definitely a good service. The only problem is, for me, I'm not really too much of a super streamer, like with that stuff, but Microsoft's behind it, and I just don't know if Microsoft's. I just don't know. Like, them just buying Ninja is a good, it's a good aggressive move, but I think it might be a little too, because think about what happened at E3, right? If you think about what happened at E3, they tried Mixer to try to have original content, original creators, homegrown. And they try to have original shows and on Mixer and stuff like that. I know, Brian V. You know where I was going with that. Groove music, yeah. This thing is that they tried a homegrown approach to Mixer. They try to bring people over to Mixer with incentives. They tried creating, their own content from Mixer. And then after E3, they let all those personalities go. All those original homegrown kind of Mixer content creators and their original programming, they got rid of it. So, now they took all that stuff and now they just bought a big guy from Twitch to make him come over to Mixer. Okay. This is round 2 of this venture. Mixer didn't start and then we got Ninja day 1. No, Mixer's been going on for a while. It's just not picking up steam that I think they wanted. So they need to do a jump start. And Ninja's their jump start. Now, if they keep doing this, or if Ninja brings over other people, I do see other people experimenting with Mixer. So I think might be a good other one, but Twitch is still going to dominate. And I think YouTube, for where it is, YouTube is going to be what it is. Even though YouTube gaming is done, the accessibility of YouTube and the viewership, the traffic that Mixer, the traffic that YouTube and Twitch get is huge. And Mixer might be a third platform, but I could see Microsoft really just oh, Ninja just went live. Let's see live. Let's see. Did he just go live? Did I just get a notification that he went live? Oh, this is live right now? Huh. Oh, the Fortnite number, right? It's going to go from this to 20. 20,000 is going to jump to here. So this guy has about 1,000. Yeah, here he is. Yeah. But like, I think it will. Like, I think it will. Like, you know, it's a clean platform. Twitch is kind of messy. You know. Let's see here. Hold on. But again, we're talking the battle of streaming. Like streaming like video games. Like this really doesn't. Oh, what is that? My God. Twitch auto playing some horse shit there. Let's see if I can do this. And what I'm trying to explain is like the traffic here. Let's see if I get the browse here. So this is what I wanted to kind of show here. That they need more than just the ninja. So this is what I wanted to show. Now, remember what Fortnite was? Let me go back to the chat before I jump into this. Remember, you guys, grinders, remember what Fortnite was? No, I can't hate on Ninja. It was a good deal. And I'm saying Microsoft did a great deal. It's smart. It's smart business. I want to see more of it. And you know where I want to say it. In the games. So I could play them. But this is what I wanted to show. You know, just the difference. Now, look. We were speaking about traffic, right? So this was Fortnite right here while we were live was at 9,000, right? It was at 9,000. He just started. And now he has 26, almost 27,000 of the viewership right there. He jacked that up like to 35. Just him alone by himself. Right? But just look at the traffic, right? So here's the highest they got. Fortnite Ninja. Here we go. 35,000, 36,000 people watching. The music. Paladins. Just look at the number underneath. 4,500, 4,700, 39, 21, 14. You know, we're going down. 800, 800. But look at Twitch. 206,000 playing Minecraft. 140K viewers for 194 viewers for GTA. 174K. 98K. 78K. Like, where we get to 35K? Here we go. 35K in PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. So, like, the discoverability definitely is bigger here on Mixer. But just the traffic that they got on Twitch, Mixer has a huge step to follow. And the reason why I bring this up is because of Microsoft's track record with dropping stuff before it succeeds. And I really hope that the Ninja purchase is not Microsoft's way of like, guys, let's try to do something crazy. Let's try to, let's try to like be aggressive. All right. Let's try to be aggressive. Let's try to do something like this and then kind of just go, like Groove Music. We couldn't take on Spotify. iTunes Music beat us. Google Music beat us. Just drop the service. And I hope Mixer does not fall into that. See ya, Khan. Go back to work. You can catch you on the back end of the video. Exactly, Calyrex. Like, Twitch won't fall just like YouTube won't fall. And that's kind of where I am with Mixer, where I think this is a great move. I'm glad Microsoft's making those aggressive moves. They just got to keep doing it. They got to keep bringing people over. They got to grow Mixer in order for this to succeed. Now, that's about them winning in Mixer. That has nothing to do with us playing video games. That's why it's kind of just not really a win. Like, if Mixer succeeds, that's wonderful. But, it has nothing to do with us playing video games. It doesn't have to do with any games. And I just wish that exclusivity money that they spent for Ninja, they have that same mentality. And I think that's the thing that's been really hurting this whole Xbox generation, is that their mentality of what a video game should be, where it should be played, who it should be for, how much it should cost us, where it should be delivered on, what platforms do we sell it on. All that stuff changed. And that's the thing. All that stuff changed. That mentality. So as many studios they buy, as many games that they announce, if their mentality is still, we don't want these games to move our Xbox console, that's not good, you know? And that's where the whole thing of like, hey, they just bought Ninja, why don't they buy some games? My thing is like, if you knew these studios were going to take time making games, why weren't you out there trying to buy some timed content or something along those lines to satisfy the core gamers as we wait for those games? They didn't do that. They just said, hey, you're going to wait. And that's the thing. Like, they just say you're going to wait. And they're going to have just like I just said about that Mixer fighting against those Twitch numbers, trying to get there. They got a tall order to do to try to sell everybody a new console. You know, you have to be just loving the Xbox ecosystem and console just to stay with it, because they're putting their games everywhere. And, you know, I think he said it himself. Like, you know, we have a whole bunch of, you know, Phil things where
Xbox One X is
the most important?
No.
It's all about this.
How important is market share versus Nintendo and versus Sony's PlayStation?
The two metrics I really look at in the growth of this business is engagement of players. How many monthly active players do you have across any device? And what does your software and service revenue look like for those players?
That's it. People are watching more. People are streaming more. No, I didn't see the new Guilty Gear trailer. I didn't get around to it. I heard that was announced, though. But I got to check that out. And that's just the unfortunate thing, because it kind of was like waking a sleeping beast. We know Microsoft has a lot of money. And the fact that they could buy Ninja and get him to go over to Mixer. What else could they have bought? You know? Like, what kind of games could they have purchased or supported and made them exclusive to their platform? Like they did with Titanfall 1. Like they did with Rise of the Tomb Raider. You know? Like, think about it. Like, what could they have done? What about a 6-month timed exclusive or 1-year timed exclusive of Cyberpunk? How would that would help some consoles. You know, even if they put it on Windows 10 and console. But the fact that Microsoft's willing to spend that kind of money on games to show that they're still thinking for the core audience, that's where I come in. That's where my grinds comes in. Is that Microsoft's not focused on the core audience, which means I don't get to play games curated for a core audience player. Somebody who's been with them for 12, 13 years. Where is the game for the core audience? I want them to focus on the core so that Sony and Microsoft go head to head in giving us the best games possible. Not that Sony just keeps giving games, because Sony's going to stop. Sony's going to stop putting all that money into games if Microsoft is showing no effort. If they see Microsoft making money on mediocre titles and a subscription, I would not be surprised if Sony's like, you know what? I think God of War 3 will be in PlayStation Pass. You know, Microsoft's setting a precedent here to show that we're willing to play for pork. We're willing to subscribe and play poor quality games. We have to make sure we don't send that message. We don't send that message. We send the message that high quality games that take care and are focused on the core audience sell. So we get more of those games. And that's where I get worried when people go out there and defend not high quality games, excuse for Game Pass, and defend it. When they could just be like, hey, that's not a good game. That's not what I signed up for. That's not what I want. And then Microsoft will respond. But if you just go, oh, no, that game's great. You're the problem. You're toxic. You're trying to scare people. Dude, no. Microsoft's trying to squeeze the lemon ass backwards. They're trying to squeeze revenue out of people who don't like with shitty ass games right now. Like, and then it was Rod Ferguson talking about Gears 5, talking about, well, we don't want to put 4-player co-op in it because the maps are not that big. It'll be chaotic. But you're going around, your message is that this is the biggest Gears single-player campaign ever. But the reason why 4-player can't be in it is because the maps are not, the maps are too small. The maps need to be bigger. Do I hear hypocrisy? Do I hear what? It makes no sense. And there's 3-player co-op, and one of them they still have not confirmed it's Jack. We'll find out. But it's also not part of the design. I hope it's not Gears for Game Pass. That game's going to be rated live or die by its campaign. The multiplayer is par for the course. New modes, new little tweaks here or there. They have not done nothing driven with the gameplay. So their multiplayer will be par for the course unless that escape mode really picks up. And then it's going to be the campaign. I don't want Sony to follow Microsoft either. I don't want Nintendo to follow Microsoft. That's why I don't like what Microsoft's doing. I don't like the message that they're sending to the gaming industry. Yes, fun and games, kumbaya, yay, yay, yay. Fine. But don't make it look like that there are casual people sitting there with a phone that want to play Gears of War. Then I saw the thing about Halo Reach. The system limitations of the OG Xbox One are causing Halo Reach to be delayed. They can't factor in Halo Reach into the Master Chief Collection because of the memory constrictions. Now, I ask, how is that going to help moving forward when Microsoft has to ensure these games run on an Xbox One S in the blade so that it works with xCloud? Are we going to get a lot more video games from Microsoft that have to be supported by the S because of xCloud? Because those are the xCloud blades, or I think they said that they were going to use the other systems as blades, like X's. Are those more money? I don't know. We don't even know what the pricing model is for xCloud. But Microsoft is trying to get monetization out of games for just giving us Game Pass fodder and having us subscribe. And Sony right now is holding to its core. But if they see Microsoft having success, which I don't think they're going to, they need to have high quality games in Game Pass. I think people will just cancel it for like the month that we got. Oh my God, in Game Pass, like it's horrible. Now there's rumors going around that Devil May Cry might go to Game Pass, which is kind of like, again, a Metro Exodus thing where people on Xbox, if you subscribe to Game Pass, you're going to buy less games. I was in New York, man, Meds. I was on the New Jersey Turnpike. That's where I was. I saw you guys streaming. I saw Merc stream. I wanted to play. Come get the smoke. Where were you Saturday night, Meds? I might be on tonight. I think I'll play because I know Merc wants to stream tonight. I might be on tonight though. But yeah, last night I was on the turnpike. I was driving back from New York, so that's why I couldn't jump on. But I saw you guys playing though. It's fun. But I tell you, man, jumping back from Gears 5 to Gears 4, oh man. They made those weapons so overpowered in Gears 5 where you could put guys down. But man, the Gears 4, man, going back to that lance is just like a pebble gun. They just charge at you and shoot your head off. But, you know, just to recap on the whole thing, and the fact is like the ninja move, yeah, 5 does feel a lot smoother Gears 5 than Gears 4. I have to say that. Gears 4 still seems to have some of that legacy kind of control and stuff like that, and for some reason, Gears 5 felt a lot more smoother in its animations and stuff. Even though there's similar animations, for some reason, I think the transition is a little smoother. And I think Gears 5 might be better optimized for PC too than the Gears 4 was. But Gears 4 was pretty good, but it did have some wonky stuff. But you know, I like the ninja move.
Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go ninja, go ninja, go.
I like it.
Go, go, go.
I like an aggressive Microsoft. I like the company spending money to make some moves. Especially ensuring and proving to everyone that exclusive content matters. So whenever somebody says, oh, exclusives are anti-consumer, Microsoft told you otherwise. They paid money to have a gentleman come from one platform to stream entirely on their platform and not even stream their game, stream the same game that he was playing over there. Just play it on our platform. It's not like you're coming to Mixer and we want you to play all Xbox games or Microsoft games. No, just play Fortnite. Just play it on our servers. There. Engagement numbers. All those 30,000 right now on things. Microsoft's sitting back counting engagement numbers because they got to... And you know what? Maybe that engagement argument was... But see, the thing is look how easily that engagement number thing can be manipulated. That's why I don't find it as that, like what Phil says in that quote, that's how, like, the thing is, Microsoft views engagement as potential customers. See, I think somebody said, like, all those guys are Xbox customers. Somebody in chat said that. Like, all those guys are Xbox customers. Yeah. They're potential customers. Like I said before, it's like putting a for sale sign, like, everything must go in your window, and it attracts more traffic into your store. The more people you have coming into your store, the more potential customers you have. That's why Microsoft uses engagement. The problem is that just high engagement numbers does not necessarily correlate to purchases or to loyal fans. It doesn't correlate to that. But it gets more people in the door, so maybe they will buy some, what are they called? The Sparks and buy some of that things to support their stream and to buy some emotes to support the guy and all those microtransactions in Mixer that the viewers can do. You have 30,000 viewers for one person. There's 30,000 potential customers that could buy the Sparks or buy whatever the hell those emotes are and all that other stuff. That's why engagement to them matters. It's more potential customers. The problem is that if they prove that these people are just coming by, doing their thing and moving on, they're going to have a problem because engagement really doesn't equal revenue. It doesn't equal purchases. Like if somebody says, I sold 1 million games. We had 1 million people in Sea of Thieves. I purchased 1 million games, you calculate that. 1 million people have played Sea of Thieves is not the same thing. 1 million people just checked it out and then deleted it. They pulled the meds in Crackdown 3. I'm out. Meds wasn't an engagement number. He jumped and he left. He says horrible. Crackdown 3. The thing is that engagement numbers don't necessarily equal customer. It's a potential customer. And Microsoft's going to have to spend that every which way. And Brian says, I swear because... talking about Ninja Turtles, says, I want Ninja to play an Xbox game a week starting State of Decay, then Crackdown 3, and then it feels funny. That's right. They should have him sit in a room and just play Game Pass games. Oh, man. He's not playing no Game Pass games. What is he playing? Let me see. I want to see if he's still holding those numbers. Let's see. And good for Mixer. It's just that I've been through this before. Yeah, he has 26,000 viewers. Dropped. I thought he was at 78. Like, we've been through this before with a lot of Microsoft services and a lot of Microsoft features and stuff like that. Connect and Groove Music and Snap features and Cortana and Windows Phone and Zune. Like he does. He keeps dropping in views. Like, he was at like 78 when he first came on. Then he was at 30. Then he was at 29. Now he's at 26. We'll see when it evens out, It's just that Twitch has like 4,000. It has so many more of him. Like him alone is not going to save Mixer. So that needs to stop. And that's what I mean. Like if Microsoft just thinks, hey, we bought Ninja, let's, let it go. We're done. No, man, they got to keep supporting Mixer. They got to keep trying to get more people on there. And I think they need to do more homegrown stuff. I think it was pretty bad that they had to let go of all those people for their original content. Because if they could have used Mixer to create original content. But again, if Mixer wins, what does it matter for Xbox games? This is where the battle comes. Like, it's a good move for Mixer. It's a good move. But as with every Microsoft service, take it with a grain of salt because Microsoft will squash it if it doesn't turn around. Okay? And I just gave you the list. Cortana, Connect, Snap, Xbox OG, TV for Xbox, DVR for Xbox, Zune, Windows 10 Touch, how great that been supported. The Windows 10 Store, UWP, DirectX 12. Windows Store failed, so now they got to put their games on Steam. Like, the list goes on of Microsoft just like a blind man in an orgy. I have to feel my way around. That's how they're operating it. You know what? Let's get this. The thing is like, they need to focus and build. And I really think, if they put out games worth a damn, and hopefully Gears is worth a damn, people on Xbox will stream it to Mixer. And people will want to watch an amazing game as Gears 5 would be, or should be. It all stems from the games. And getting gamers excited. And that's why we do this show. That's why we got the Grindhouse here. Because Microsoft has failed to make gamers excited about games. That's it. What are you talking about, Jez? What are you talking about? Mixer is the future. It is. It's more people are watching games than playing them. I'm done. Don't even say that more people are watching games. All right? But Mixer, I know Garuda. Mixer, you're right. You know what? That was my next point. What I was going to say. Now I got sidetracked to that thing. But you're right. Mixer can't grow without being on all platforms. Mixer needs to be on Switch. It needs to be on PlayStation. You're right. But what I'm trying to say is that if Microsoft made great games for the Xbox that people wanted to share, people like how people share Days Gone, God of War, all those games, Dreams, they share their experiences, they share their stuff. If Microsoft made great games to share, people will use Mixer streaming probably more often. You know?
Probably more often.
That's the thing. Like, if Microsoft made games worth a damn that people wanted to stream, you might get big streamers just homegrown from Mixer. Because Mixer Tab was on our Xbox. Like, it was on the Xbox. It's there. It's front and center on Xbox. Like, if you have a console, you stream to Mixer. Like, you could stream to Twitch, but like, you could stream to Mixer. The Mixer tab's right there. And it's not exclusive, but Mixer, the thing is that if you make the games, the gamers will come. Oh, Guru says you can stream any platform on Mixer. You just need to sign. Yeah, they just don't have the app, though, on the PlayStation. Like, they need the app on PlayStation. But yeah, if you have a PC, you could stream PlayStation games to Mixer. Yeah, it supports all platforms, but like if you could instantly stream to Mixer, that's what I was talking about, Garuda. Like if you could, like if you have the app, like see how it is on Xbox, you just like stream it. That would be big if that was on PlayStation, and maybe on the PlayStation 5 it'll be there. But yeah, so you don't need like a capture card and a PC and stream over there. It would be nice if you could just stream right to Mixer right from a PlayStation, you know. Like you could stream to YouTube right from a PlayStation and to Twitch. You can't stream to YouTube directly from an Xbox. You got to go through your PC with a capture card. That feature was never added to Xbox YouTube. I don't know why. I know. And Garuda makes an excellent point. And the fact that Mixer is late in the gaming and the game and Twitch has all the power. I respect Microsoft for getting a PC guy like Ninja to stream his PC games. Yeah, it was a great move. It was definitely a great move. But you want to know what? Garuda, how many times your first sentence... How many times has that happened to Microsoft? Groove Music. Actually, they were first in Groove Music, and they let Spotify, Apple Music surpass them. But like, Microsoft just Windows Phone is the perfect example of the first sentence that you said. Android and Apple have taken over the mobile industry, and Microsoft tries to come in a little too late. And they can never catch up. And when I look at Twitch, YouTube, and look at where Mixer is, Mixer seems to be like the 2%, like or the 3%, 2% of like what Windows Phone was. And unfortunately, Microsoft doesn't like to be like they don't like to just have a piece like that. They will sever that. And I just don't know. Like I want to make sure that they support that thing. But again, that's just Microsoft. Like it's Microsoft and Mixer. Like it is what it is. It's all about the games. And I wound up says the games have to be good. Make great games. That's the thing. Make great games. That's all that it's been about. And hopefully Gears is the turnaround, because what Microsoft has released in the last 2 years, like 2 years. You know?
Place looks like a fucking crack house.
Yeah. Crackdown being the last one. They need redemption. Like, they need to have a great game. Gears needs to be that. If Gears is mediocre, if it is just like, hey, multiplayer is where it's at, the campaign, 5 hours, it was all right. It wasn't as good as Gears 4 campaign, or it was different. It could have been DLC. If they start getting comments like that for Gears 5, oh, man.
Hello, cutie pie. One of us is in deep trouble.
Yeah. Oh, this could have been DLC campaign. This campaign really wasn't fleshed out. It was short. It felt empty. You know, we will see. But all I say is, I like the aggressive move from Microsoft getting Ninja. I would like some aggressiveness in getting some great games, or get that aggressiveness in making some amazing games. And if you make amazing games, the gamers will come. And when the gamers come there, they will support your platform, buy your DLCs, subscribe for your services, stream on your networks. They will do all that stuff comes with great content. And the content has been lacking. Oh, what? Brian V, are you serious? Like, he is the contract says he has to play an Xbox new game once a month and has to say only on Xbox month. Get out of here.
I don't do requests.
That's what he's going to say. Ninja, you got to stream Sea of Thieves.
I don't do requests.
Oh my god, that is very funny. Is that a serious, Brian? Like, is that serious? That's very funny. He has to wear the Game Pass pin. But yeah, I'm glad that Microsoft still did something because everybody was like, amazing when they let go of those guys in July. People were like, oh shit, Microsoft's done with Mixer. Like, Mixer's on its tail end. They're letting go of their original content and then they did this. So, is this a last ditch effort to save Mixer? Or is this the start of something new? We will see.
Enough talk. Into the boat. Into the tunnel. Get to the chopper.
You know, we will see. We will see whether is this the start of something bigger or is this a last ditch effort is to try to get some traction from Mixer. I don't know. All I know is I see a lot of people trying to get their Mixer things up. Go support them on Mixer, but you know, Microsoft's behind it. I don't know. You know, I've been through other Microsoft services. That's why Grinds My Gears is here. And that's why Microsoft grinds my gears, because I've been through and I spent so much money on their stuff. And I'm tired of seeing them do this to everybody. Hype up something, doesn't get adopted by everybody, and then drop it. But waste my time and waste my money. So, you know, the only thing I can't complain about is great games, and I'm still waiting on them. Still waiting. So, whoa, before we go, Phil Ness is back. And I want to say, go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Go Yabara, go Yabara, go. So excited to see our engagement numbers up. I am so excited for those engagement numbers because that's where the money's made for me. Phil Ness ain't working. He's busted. Phil Ness is working. I'll hear him.
Phil Ness ain't working. He's busted. Phil Ness is working. I'll hear him. Phil Ness ain't working. He's busted.
Oh shit! Oh shit! He's back! He was trying to mock me. Grinds My Gears was trying to mock Phil Ness. This is the real Phil Ness. No imitations, baby. No imitations. It's all about the engagement. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. That's right. Hit it, Vanilla. Oh, wait a second. Oh, hold on. Hit it, Vanilla. That's right, baby. Phil Ness and Vanilla Ice coming straight at you. I brought some backup this time. You think that I was just gonna come here with just my Phil Ness after that deal of the century, but Ninja? Oh man, I'm bringing Vanilla Ice. Oh yeah. Phil Ness brought support. Right. It's about engagement. It's all about those engagement numbers. I got my own Phil Ness soundboard here. Do you think You think Phil Ness is going down quietly?
Listen to your friend Billy Zane. He's a cool dude. You think you're too cool for school. But I got a news flash for you, Walter Cronkite. You aren't.
That's right, baby. Right, yeah. Huh, huh. Phil Ness, running wild. I have a little hips. I got the moves. I got Vanilla Ice. I got a lot of money to spend. Got a lot of money to spend, so I bought Ninja and I bought Vanilla Ice. Oh yeah. You know what? I'm not gonna say I didn't Phil Ness anybody. I went to Ninja and just said, how much? And then I went to Satya and I said, Satya, checkbook is open. And I wrote on the blank line. And I gave it to Ninja. That was it. I wouldn't call that Phil Ness. I just call that business.
Phil, enough. You finessing everybody here.
And may the Schwartz be with you.
Be careful of that Phil Ness, man. He sneaks on here telling me that it's business instead of Phil Ness. Oh, man. And then he thinks he comes in here with Vanilla Ice. Oh, man. Don't come in here with Vanilla Ice. He's trying to bring backup now. He's getting big now. I gotta get Arnold.
I do not want to touch his ass. I want to make him talk.
Okay, can you be cold, Batman?
So you're going to kill.
No sequel for you.
So, we will see. We will see if Mixer and Ninja are going to make the moves. We will see. But they're making the moves, guys. They're making the moves.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah, well, they didn't pay $1 for Ninja. We know that. But I can imagine. I know Phil Ness said he went over to there and he went to it's heavy Phil to swallow. That's right. He probably went over there. And this is Phil. I got the guys. You want to be a fly in the wall as to the Ninja deal? I got the clip right here. So they went to Ninja and Phil Spencer sat Ninja down and said this to Ninja.
We're really focusing first on what it means to play these games on your phone. So we thought about how can we get as many people playing on a phone as possible.
And then Ninja said, but what about my fans on Twitch?
A lot of people ask why treat the customer this way? Why? Because fuck them, that's why.
And then he's like, Phil, why do you believe in streaming so much?
Hey! What the hell are you doing?
We're streaking! We're going up through the quad to the gymnasium!
Who's streaking?
There's more coming!
Frank, get in the car.
Everybody's doing it!
Now!
But then Ninja says, but Phil, I don't think everybody's doing this streaming stuff. You really still want me over on Mixer? You have an Xbox, right?
Xbox One X is
The most important?
No.
Ah, gotcha. So you just want me to still play on PC and play Fortnite. Then how do you make money?
Well, it's a profitable business today that's growing.
Is it profitable today?
Yeah.
When was it profitable? When did it become profitable?
I don't know. Like, I'd have to go back and look at it has been a good business.
I ask you that because people speculate on that, on the profitability of the Xbox business.
We've said before the Xbox business is a profitable business.
But you never said really when or when. You know, it's always
Well,
it's always in coded terms. You know, like yeah, it's profitable. You know.
Yeah, the Xbox business has continued to grow. We continue to invest in it. I would say it's not a business that we try to maximize the profitability. We see it as a growth business inside the
very
company.
startup-y way of explaining
But you
things.
need to be there. Like, we're not.
So Phil, you're saying that the Xbox is not profitable, but you want me to stream over the Mixer anyway for PC? And Phil says,
right?
Would you ship that? Would you just play it?
I know, man. I know. And the volume's low. All right, I gotta make that volume, but I don't want to blow out your ears with that one. Some of the clips are lower than that. But anyway, like, you know.
Go Ninja, go Ninja.
Oh, and then he's brought Vanilla Ice in, and then he signed.
Go Ninja, go Ninja, go, 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 go.
And then he's like, "Where do I sign, baby? Where do I sign?" And then Phil tells him this before Ninja signs for Mixer. Phil says this.
Occasionally you may get snagged by one of these customer people. Just remember your job is to frustrate them and make them feel unwanted. If you can, wrap up a story that'll make them feel uncomfortable. For instance,
You understand what I'm saying, right? I mean, you know my reputation. I mean, I don't give a fuck. I'll go to Rikers for 3 or 4 years just to prove my point. I mean, I don't play that shit. Can I help you?
or
Hell yeah, I suck toes. Good afternoon, welcome to Pop Copy. Can I help you?
or
What's wrong?
My butt is itching like crazy, and I took a shower. Can I help you? Computer.
All right, I'm gonna up the sounds on some of those clips, but oh, finesse. That's right. But anyway, you know, it was a big deal. Microsoft making big moves for Mixer. Now let's make some big moves for games. Yes, they bought some studios, but the studios, let's see what they make. Also, let's see who they make their games for. Because I can't wait to see an Xbox exclusive, right? A reason to go buy the new console, because that's what I want. I want a reason to buy the new console. I think that's what we all want. Because if they give us a reason to buy that console, then Sony's going to have to give us a reason to buy their console. And then we sit here in the battle of the beasts, and who gives us better incentives? Who gives us better games? And then who wins? The consumer. But if Microsoft's like, put our games on Sony, put our games on Microsoft. Like, what incentive does Sony have to do better? Sony came out, the PlayStation 4 is the PlayStation 4 because Microsoft hurt Sony with the 360. And Sony saw what worked, so Sony fixed it and matched it. And that's how come the PlayStation 4 exists. That's what competition yields. Not I make you... And then, no, what else is funny, the last point I wanted to say is coming off that Phil Spencer interview about I don't like buying things or making somebody fail so I look good. Well, they did a real good job with taking Ninja off of Amazon's Twitch so that their Mixer looks good. So I guess that is not the whole way that they run around, you know? I guess. But he does do that stuff. Like, you know what I mean? There's still a competing bone in Microsoft's body, and the Ninja deal proves it. Let's continue with that. All right? And let's stop making excuses why exclusives are toxic, anti-consumer, blah, blah, blah. Everybody does exclusives. Exclusives justify your content. And shout out to the guy who gave me the one dislike or the girl out there. All I got to say to you is...
a lot of people ask why. Why treat the customer this way? Why? Because fuck them, that's why.
But anyway, this has been what grinds my gears. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go, and Vanilla Ice. Phil Spencer in the audience. And I want to thank everybody for coming out. Again, this has been Jez7780. And this is a What Grinds My Gears and Grindhouse. Thank you very much. Garuda, Impatient, Jemiah, Meds, Cyber Dragon, Wound Up. Thank you guys for coming out. I might be streaming some Gears of War 4. We will see. later on. But I hope you enjoyed the show and some of the new clips. I will make them, try to see if I get them louder. But anyway, get some new ones in there. I got my Zoolanders. I need some more Zoolander ones, though. And I guess somebody wrote in the chat, I got to get I'm Not Pregnant from Arnold from, I'll get that one. You know, my Arnold ones, I got 2 buttons of the Arnold ones. I need some more. But shout out to everybody. Like the video. We have like 27, 26 people watching earlier. Yeah, like, share out the video. I appreciate all the support, guys. Doing great. And, you know, one last time, right? I think we got to do a Benny Hill outro remixed with Vanilla Ice. Thank you, everybody. I am out.
Play these games on your phone. So we thought
I'm trying to use the phone!
Go ninja, go ninja, go ninja, go ninja, go ninja, go ninja, go, 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 go.
Listen to your friend Billy Zane. He's a cool dude.
Thanks again, everyone.